Napoleon Bonaparte. The name resonates through history, synonymous with military genius, ambition, and ultimately, tragedy. His story is one of remarkable rise and dramatic fall, a tale that continues to captivate historians and enthusiasts alike. Born into relative obscurity on the island of Corsica, Napoleon's rise to power was as swift as it was unexpected. From a young age he exhibited a keen intellect and a fierce determination, traits that would serve him well in his future endeavors. He capitalized on the chaos of the French Revolution, maneuvering his way through the ranks of the French army with astonishing speed. The revolution provided a fertile ground for his ambitions, allowing him to showcase his leadership and strategic skills. His tactical brilliance on the battlefield, coupled with an unyielding ambition, propelled him from a young artillery officer to the first consul of France in a matter of years. His ability to inspire and lead men into battle was unparalleled. His early campaigns in Italy showcased his military prowess, stunning Europe and solidifying his reputation as a force to be reckoned with. These victories were not just about territorial gains, they were a testament to his innovative tactics and relentless drive. He was not merely a skilled tactician, he possessed an innate understanding of battlefield psychology, logistics, and the art of maneuver. His ability to anticipate and outmaneuver his opponents set him apart from his contemporaries. Napoleon's rise was meteoric, a testament to his own ambition and the tumultuous era that allowed such rapid ascent to power. His legacy, though complex and often controversial, remains a subject of fascination and study to this day. To understand Napoleon, one must first understand his origins. Born Napoleon Bonaparte in 1769 in Ajaccio, Corsica, he was the second of 8 children in a family of minor nobility. His Corsican heritage, particularly the island's history of resistance against foreign powers, had a profound impact on his worldview. He was a proud Corsican, resentful of French rule over his homeland. This resentment, however, did not prevent him from recognizing the opportunities presented by the French military. He excelled in mathematics and military history, securing a scholarship to a prestigious military academy in mainland France. He was a quick study, mastering the intricacies of artillery warfare and military strategy. The French Revolution, which erupted in 1789, provided the perfect stage for his ambition. Napoleon's military genius lay not in any single innovation, but in his mastery of all aspects of warfare. He was a master of logistics, understanding that an army marches on its stomach. He revolutionized battlefield communication, using a system of semaphore towers to transmit orders with unprecedented speed. His greatest strength, however, was his tactical brilliance on the battlefield. He favored the offensive, believing in the importance of seizing the initiative and dictating the terms of engagement. He employed innovative tactics like the corps system, which allowed his armies to move with greater speed and flexibility. His understanding of terrain and his ability to exploit enemy weaknesses were unparalleled. He was a master of morale, inspiring his troops with fiery speeches and promises of glory. The Battle of Austerlitz, fought on December 2, 1805, stands as a testament to Napoleon's military genius. Facing a numerically superior force composed of Russian and Austrian armies, Napoleon achieved a decisive victory that cemented his reputation as a military legend. He skillfully lured the Allied armies into a trap, feigning weakness and then launching a devastating counterattack. The battle was a masterpiece of tactical maneuvering, with Napoleon using his artillery to devastating effect and his infantry to break the enemy lines. The victory at Austerlitz sent shockwaves throughout Europe. It led to the collapse of the Third Coalition against France and solidified Napoleon's control over much of the continent. Austerlitz was more than just a military victory, it was the culmination of years of strategic planning and tactical brilliance. In 1804, Napoleon crowned himself Emperor of the French, marking the end of the French Revolution and the beginning of the First French Empire. While his reign was marked by significant reforms, it was also a period of authoritarian rule and relentless warfare. Napoleon's ambition knew no bounds, and his desire to reshape Europe in his image led to constant conflict. He implemented a series of reforms aimed at modernizing France, including the establishment of the Bank of France, the creation of a centralized education system, and the implementation of the Napoleonic Code. However, these reforms were often overshadowed by his increasingly autocratic tendencies. He censored the press, suppressed dissent, and centralized power in his own hands. He installed his relatives as rulers of conquered territories, creating a dynasty that stretched across Europe. Section 6. The Napoleonic Code, a lasting legacy. One of Napoleon's most enduring legacies is the Napoleonic Code, a comprehensive legal system that replaced the patchwork of feudal laws that existed in France. This code, enacted in 1804, enshrined the principles of equality before the law, secularism, and the protection of property rights. It abolished feudal privileges and established a meritocratic system where individuals were judged based on their abilities rather than their social standing. The Napoleonic Code had a profound impact not only on France but on legal systems across Europe and beyond. It became a model for legal reform, influencing the development of civil law in numerous countries. Even today, many of its principles form the foundation of legal systems in continental Europe and countries once part of the French Empire. Section 7. Overreaching ambition, the road to downfall. Napoleon's ambition proved to be his undoing. His desire to expand the French Empire knew no bounds, and he sought to dominate Europe through relentless military campaigns. His relentless pursuit of conquest led to the formation of numerous coalitions against him. European powers, threatened by his growing influence, united to curb his expansion. The invasion of Russia in 1812 marked a turning point in his fortunes. The campaign, initially promising, soon turned disastrous. The Russian winter and the scorched earth tactics employed by the Russian army decimated the Grande Armée. The harsh conditions and lack of supplies led to massive losses. Weakened and demoralized, Napoleon's forces were defeated at the Battle of Leipzig in 1813. This defeat further eroded his power and influence. He abdicated the throne in 1814 and was exiled to the island of Elba. His exile was short-lived as he plotted his return. In 1815, he escaped Elba and returned to France, rallying his former troops and reclaiming the throne. His return was met with both enthusiasm and resistance. However, his reign was brief. The European powers quickly mobilized to oppose him once more. He was decisively defeated at the Battle of Waterloo on June 18, 1815, marking the end of his rule and the Napoleonic era. This final defeat sealed his fate and changed the course of European history. Section 8. Exile and Legacy. The sun sets on an empire. After his defeat at Waterloo, Napoleon was exiled to the remote island of St. Helena in the South Atlantic, where he spent the last 6 years of his life under British supervision. He died on May 5, 1821, at the age of 51. The cause of death is still debated, with some historians attributing it to stomach cancer and others suggesting arsenic poisoning. Despite his downfall, Napoleon's legacy continued to loom large over Europe. He had, in a few short years, redrawn the map of Europe, spread the ideals of the French Revolution, and left an indelible mark on the course of history. His military genius inspired generations of military strategists, and his legal reforms continued to influence legal systems around the world. Section 9. A contradictory legacy, genius, and tyrant. Napoleon Bonaparte remains a figure of immense historical significance and enduring controversy. His name evokes a range of emotions and opinions, from admiration to disdain. He was a military genius, a skilled administrator, and a charismatic leader who inspired both admiration and fear. His strategies and tactics are still studied in military academies around the world. He was also a ruthless dictator who suppressed dissent, waged endless wars, and sacrificed countless lives in his pursuit of power. His ambition knew no bounds, and his actions left a trail of devastation. His legacy is a complex tapestry of light and shadow, of progress and destruction. He introduced significant reforms that modernized France, yet his relentless quest for dominance brought untold suffering. He was a product of his time, a man shaped by the tumultuous events of the French Revolution, which provided both the opportunity and the impetus for his rise to power, and a figure whose actions continue to be debated and analyzed centuries later. Scholars and historians still grapple with the duality of his character and the impact of his reign. Whether hailed as a hero or condemned as a tyrant, Napoleon Bonaparte's impact on the course of history is undeniable. His influence extends beyond France, affecting the entire world. He remains an enigma, a figure whose brilliance and ambition were intertwined with a profound capacity for both good and evil. His story is a reminder of the complexities of human nature and the far-reaching consequences of power.